Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. Well, you better start stocking up your pantry and load up on toilet paper because China is on lockdown again. And this time it is a bigger lockdown than it was last year. And this has a number of implications, but let's go to some of this information here. And, well, you don't want to see that. Okay. All right. Yes, I'm quoting the New York Times. Don't shoot me. Fine. Okay. Yeah. 22 million people on lockdown in China. All right. So there has been a new mutation which has caused China to go into lockdown. All right, they locked down two cities with more than 17 million people. Shijiazhuang and Qingdai. They ordered, yeah, I know I slaughtered that. All right, they ordered a crash testing regime of nearly every resident there, which was completed in a matter of days. 17 million people tested in days. Yeah. All right, by this week, the lockdowns expanded to include another city on the edge of Beijing, Langfang, as well as a county in Heilongjiang, a northeastern province. So it's pretty widespread across the country. Districts in Beijing itself, the Chinese capital, also shut down. That's not good. All right. More than 22 million people in all have been ordered to remain inside their homes, double the number affected last January when China's central government locked down Wuhan, the central city where the virus was first reported, in a move that was then seen as extraordinary. And I meant to... There it is. All right. China, a country of 1.4 billion people, has reported an average of 109 cases a day over the past week. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a capitalist country? Can you imagine any major city in the United States locking down because of 109 cases a day? It would not happen. They would wait until the entire city was infected, just like they did before. So, you know, this is important. All right? This is... the supply chain has not recovered from last year. We are still suffering, we're still going through shortages of supplies, which affects how quickly, any jobs or the economy can recover. Yeah, you go into the store and you find empty shelves, different items missing from the shelves. And then we've got the container shortage, which I have mentioned before. At this point, the container shortage is so bad that with manufacturers and so forth vying for space, trying to get these shipping containers, the cost of shipping has increased by some accounts as much as 500 to 1,000%. Who's going to pay that? You are. The capitalists are not going to eat that cost. You're going to pay it. It's just that simple. And somehow my camera got moved. But that's not enough there. Uh, you know, this means that more layoffs are coming. Yeah, and inflation is going to get even worse. Even if a product doesn't come directly from China, well, other countries that we trade with get many of the raw materials that they need to produce items to export to America. They get those raw materials from China. Korea, Japan, Australia, they all get raw materials from China. Other Asian countries trade heavily with China to get raw materials for which to export to the United States and other countries. Europe trades with China to get raw materials to produce goods that are exported to the United States. So you're going to be paying for it. So between this and other things I've mentioned, we've already seen, inflation in the grocery stores. Food is going up, absolutely. It's not a question. And so you combine this with the mega drought, wildfires from Texas to California up to Oregon. 88% of the West is now in drought. And by some accounts, this is the worst drought to hit the West, United States, in at least 1,200 years, possibly longer. So this is a serious, serious drought. And then we've got locust swarms from Africa through the Middle East up to China and in South America. We've got weather events also in those areas and South America, and an invasion of mice in Australia. So you can absolutely count on the cost of groceries and so forth going up. And while more people get laid off, this is not looking good. I know some people think that there's going to be some magical supply fairy that just, it comes up, and whatever they want, whatever they've had, is still going to just magically appear. Now, of course, those are people that are not going to be watching this channel. They're not going to watch any source that tells them, well, you might not be able to get what you want. They won't listen. But it's going to happen. And at some point, the shelves at Macy's are going to be just as empty as the shelves at Dollar Tree, as this supply crisis expands. If China's on lockdown, they're not producing. They're also buying a lot less. So we're able to import less from them, and what we export to them, well, they're just not going to import it if nobody's consuming. There are docks on each side of the ocean that have ships lined up and containers piled up. What used to cost $1,000 for a container to ship now costs $10,000. So you're adding, all of that gets added into what you pay. And, you know, if we're not able to import and not able to export, then you're affecting retail jobs, you're affecting manufacturing jobs, you're affecting agricultural jobs. Farmers are going to have difficulties again. So we're going to have to wait and see where this goes from here. I don't think that the lockdown that China's in right now will last as long, but who can say? All right, so share this video, talk about these subjects. If you can, please donate $1 a month to help expand the channel. I'll catch you in the next one.